Hello there! Before we get started on this week's show, I just want to apologize beforehand for distorted audio in this week's episode. The Councilmen team is experimenting using a new software to record our show, and we encounter some technical difficulties that sadly we only realize after we finish recording the episode. And due to that, the following episode's audio is not on par to our standards. However, we plan to get this sorted out and fixed before next week's show. Hopefully you guys still stick around, and for now, enjoy the show.
Welcome back to the 26th episode of The Councilmen.
What a start!
What a start!
I'll be coughing occasionally. But on the bright side, look at our new template. Whoa! Four boxes. What is this?
Our did all of this by himself.
Yeah.
Albert did this by himself, all of it.
Yeah.
We did nothing.
Yeah,
We did nothing.
For the
Just slept in.
well,
I helped with the beta testing.
that is true, and yeah, this is only for the video listeners. You guys get to see this, but yeah, in addition to the new template, first of all, I wanna say sorry in advance if the audio is kind of having an issue, because we're still figuring out the stuff, but hopefully by come next week it should sound better, hopefully.
Yes.
Anyway, back to Kelvin.
And today we have all four members. Yay! As usual, we got me, we got Albert, and then we got Ariq, and we got the farmer, the sheep.
The farmer.
Back from hunting his sheep, aren't you? Teguh?
Is that how Ariq
Obviously.
is supposed to be said this whole time? Is that Ariq? I thought it's Ariq.
No, that's not Scottish. No, that's not Scottish people call my name. Either that or Ariq, because they can't say Ariq.
And then,
Ariq.
today we are talking all about.
By the way, this episode has another member, but he's just gonna be in the back, my brother. You can ignore him. Alright, shut up!
So aggressive, Ariq.
Yeah, of course he's aggressive.
We're up to a
Sexually
great start.
active.
Are we never off to a good start, Albert? We're always off to a great
Yeah,
start.
always off to a good start.
That is true.
Yes.
Wait, what happened next? We just stopped talking all of a sudden.
No, well, I'm waiting for the host Kelvin to do his stuff.
Oh.
He's playing with his fan is okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's right are you trying to do a Mulan impression that way you like that fan?
No, it's just hot in here.
Well, that's stupid then.
Air conditioning,
forgive-
buddy. Or
Forgive me
conditioning.
because I didn't really hear you because I don't know there's a buzzing from one of your guys' end, so that's why. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna be talking about Disney All Access, meaning Disney live action stuff. We'll be talking about the live action movies that came out this year. We're gonna be previewing the live action stuff that's coming out next year. And I'm starting to slow down speaking because my mom said that I speak too fast, so I'm gonna try to slow down speaking in this particular episode. Anyway, we're gonna be talking about the live action film. We're gonna be talking about if Disney should keep on doing their live action stuff or not. And yeah, we're gonna be getting to all that. But before we get to all that, like Calvin said, everyone is back for the first time in a while. Last episode was just me on my own, with the help from my friend Andrew Just. Previous episode of that, just the three of us. Because Teguh, would you like to explain yourself why you've been missing for the last few episodes?
Busy with many things such as school.
In this Instagram, I saw he has a harem.
Teguh have a harem. Teguh started a harem.
Okay, no, that was a field trip. That was a
I see you
field.
in the back.
It's a field trip episode of his harem.
Am I an anime character now?
Yes.
I mean, I guess that's not too bad.
In Isekai, you got run over by a truck in a previous world. That's why you're here. I don't know. You were Isekai when you got hit by that car outside school.
Oh no! Oh no!
You actually died in that. You actually died in that. You actually died in that crash.
Oh my.
No wonder things have been going so well for me.
Ever since then, you had friends. People actually notice you. Uh. Anyway, this is the Goose backstory. You guys can hear it on Patreon. Continue. Let's continue back.
Let's continue.
For a separate episode.
This is a separate. The Goose backstory is a separate episode. Let's continue back. Let's go back to what are we discussing? Disney? Is it Disney?
Disney films?
Yeah, Disney films. Okay. Disney live action films.
Anyway, so yeah, we're all back, and if you wanna subscribe to this awesome show where everything goes into chaos like what you just witnessed right here, subscribe in every platform available: iTunes, Spotify, Castbox, everywhere else. You can subscribe right there and follow us at Councilmen Show on social media. And let's get into the first segment of the day, the usual segment that we did every week, which is the 30 seconds review. And this week is not gonna be me, but we're gonna pass it off to Kelvin, because he's seen some films that has been released a while back, but he just finally saw it, and he wanna express his thoughts for the audience right here. So who's gonna time Kelvin?
I'll do it as always.
Alright.
Okay. So Kelvin, what you like to tell the audience what you're reviewing today?
John Wick 3. Yay! And then watch it. I'm all good.
Right, timer
Albert
ready.
is Albert is so disappointed.
Because you're talking like that. Who wouldn't?
Okay. If you're looking on my face, first of all, I'm not exactly disappointed. I am most of the time I'm not looking at you guys. I'm looking at the technical stuff because I'm still confused of what's going on. Because I'm using a new software, so my face most of the time will be my face of confusion instead of disappointment.
We need to hire a fifth. We need to hire a fifth member
Excuses.
to watch to oversee the
The technical
problems.
We need an engineer.
And I was like, imagine Albert's like the one doing all this thing, and at the same time he's also like presenting. He's like a TV presenter that does all the camera work as well.
He's the one-man cameraman.
Welcome back to the one man present. Today, drag all.
Anyway, let's try to roll it before we go way off the charts. Before we haven't even started, how did we get off track before we even started? I don't know.
It's called being out of practice.
It's called ourselves.
That's how we roll.
When have we been on track, Albert? Tell me, when have we been concise?
He's
Our Game of Thrones episode did very well. Which
What do
is
you mean?
also our most
I called the
recent episode,
writers dickhead and dickface. How is that concise?
well.
we were on track.
Yeah, I guess we.
Also, the Game of Thrones episode is the most listened episode of all time.
Yeah, because I called them. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it again. Already got two
You
strikes.
called them out.
Already got two strikes.
Already got called out.
So yeah, let's get back to the 30-second review. Teguh, you do the timing.
Yep.
Kelvin.
Timers ready. Timer starts when you start though.
Alright, go.
He's gonna keep joking through this 30 seconds.
So
So John Wick 3, pretty cool movie, lots of action. The story is just very there's basically no story in it, just action. A lot of punching, a lot of stabbing, a lot of shooting, and there's that one NBA guy. Yes.
Boban Marjanovic.
So very good movie, I would say. And then moving on,
okay.
Hellboy, very bad, very hellish. The movie itself, I agree, it's rather bland, it's rather poop. Um, um, Cowboy looks like an eighth grader that's already on crack. Uh, uh, the ending is really bad. Yes, that's my review for Hellboy.
Well, congratulations, you took exactly 1 minute.
Okay, I just want to say this. If you look at my face while Kelvin was reviewing it just now, first of all, that wasn't a face of confusion of the thingy out. That was a face of actual disappointment. I've never been more someone who talked for 1 minute straight. I've never been more like, wow, what a waste of time. Did you really start your Hellboy review very red, very hellish?
People need a visual representation, Albert. Not everyone's gonna watch this video. They're gonna listen, okay?
But they know what Hellboy is.
You okay? Tell that to blind people.
Wait. Okay, buddies, moving on.
Also, I would like to say something. You know I thought I this already. I watched a clip of the Mission Impossible Fallout. Now in the fighting the bathroom, I saw that scene.
Uh-huh.
I like how Henry Cavill reloads his body maps.
What he means by reload is that there's a part in the movie where he's like doing this. He's like he shrugs his arms like that, like
You're
he's
like doing
flexing
this,
it.
like
He's flexing like this, you know. According to Kelvin, that's a
Wait,
remote.
Kelvin, have you not seen Fallout?
I've not seen a single Mission Impossible movie over.
Shame on you.
We invited you.
But yeah, a more interesting fact of that clip is that if you slow mo that if you slow mo that exact clip, on one scene Henry Cavill have a very thin mustache. As soon as he reload, his mustache grows, and suddenly a pocket appears out of his shirt. I'm not kidding you. If you slow that down, there was no
What?
pocket in one scene, and then when he do that, a pocket appear. At the
So,
same time, his
so
mustache
he actually
grows.
did reload it. Changes his clothes.
That's what the bicep reload is for. It's not the bicep reload, it's the mustache reload.
It's a mustache reload.
Imagine if you can do that in real life. Just do.
Kelvin keep flexing until you get it. So dumb.
Wow.
I can do it, Albert. I haven't asked. I can see the beginning. Where can I see the stream right now? Can I see it or not?
Yeah, I can try to share screen. If I can figure it out.
Oh, share screen. I thought it was already like live on like a website.
No, don't share screen, Albert. We need to see your face.
Well, if Ariq wanna see it, does
Oh,
Ariq wanna see it?
oh, never mind. I thought there was like a link to the website where I can see the stream. I thought it was already like streaming, like it's on, it's live.
Oh no, I'm not. Well, yeah, we usually use Google Hangouts, right?
Oh, yeah.
We don't do that anymore. So yeah.
Oh, we have.
And I might
You
have
stepped
just
up.
messed up the audio. I
We
might
don't
have
do
just
that
messed up the
over
audio
here.
by accident because I just attempt to share screen and I might have duplicated the
See
sound.
this? We're going to
So for that,
we're going to step up every single like quarterly. Yeah. So like every
And next thing you know,
25,
next thing you
50.
know, we're gonna be in cinemas, buddy.
Oh no! In the end, we're gonna have our own studios, massive crowds.
we're gonna have a live show, man.
Yeah, we're gonna have our own live show. We're gonna even like invite like actual celebrities. But that's like episode like 1,000 or something.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway,
Plans
15
for the
minutes in.
future.
Let's get started to our show. We're 20 minutes in. We haven't talked Disney at all.
I don't care.
I'll start. Let's start with the movie. The reason why we're doing this is sort of because there are several Disney stuff that's been dropping recently, as well as Lion King that dropped in theaters, not drop, release in theaters this weekend. And as well as we also got the trailer for Mulan, which we're gonna talk about. I should have said this before, and we're gonna talk about it. If any one of you haven't seen it, we're gonna talk about the Mulan trailer and some other casting and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll start on the Lion King one first. So I saw it, and this is going to be a spoiler review because, of course, this is a remake of one of the best movies of all time in 1994. So yeah, Mufasa dies again, and
Damn it.
I'm
Mufasa.
I'll just say, my biggest criticism for this film is aside from the fact that it is an exact shot-by-shot remake, which is I guess that's what I should expect. But I was hoping that they will change some stuff, because like, okay, Jungle Book was a good remake, but they changed a lot of stuff. Cinderella was a good remake, but they add a layer to the story, same as Beauty and the Beast. Aladdin was a remake, but they changed a lot of stuff, especially the genie stuff and Jasmine stuff. Dumbo was exactly a complete change from the original material. They only took the animated film was only like the first 15 minutes of the live action film. Well,
Really?
Lion King is, that's what I feel like it is. Kelvin can back me up on it because you've seen Dumbo.
Yes, I did watch it.
And yeah, so that's how I see it. And Lion King, almost the whole film is an exact frame by frame remake, which begs the question of why would you do it? Which is the reasoning why maybe lots of critics say that the movie is not that good, because it's literally a live action remake. Like, I don't even know if I should be calling it live action. Yes, it looks great. The technical stuff, the animation is amazing. The photorealism is incredible. But yeah, aside from the fact that it's shot by shot, my other criticism is that I feel like Lion King works better as an animated form because the animals can have actual expression in the animated form. Like, you can see their faces, like cartoon. In this one, it looks photoreal, so you're like, oh yeah, it's cute. You can see like a baby lion and everything, but you don't really see their expressions. So it's not. I guess it just doesn't really. When you see an expression, it hits to your heartstrings more than I guess than just seeing a straight cub just staring into the father and stuff like that. So does it make sense?
Yes,
Guys?
yes, it does.
Like I thought the Mufasa death scene was much sadder in the animated form than in the live action form, even though it looks sad as well in live action. But yeah. And just to Kelvin's disappointment, there is no porking scene between Nala and Simba in the live action film. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Kel.
Damn it!
I'm sorry to spoil you that.
I guess I have to watch National Geographic now.
What?
And then you have to play the Can You Feel the Love?
Oh, talking about
Damn,
that,
is keeper and I'm going to
I-
turn that song to every lion and lioness until they do it.
imagine if you actually play that in the zoo and all the lions do it.
Wow.
They know it. It's like a cue.
Magical.
By the way, talking
Get
about
like an award or something. Like
what is it?
I'll get an award or something because like lions will never be extinct anymore because of me.
Anyway, talking about Can You Feel the Love Tonight? That's one other criticism that I did. Beyonce is a great voice casting, but her singing is way overpowering. Especially Donald Glover's singing surprises me in this one, because the only song I've heard from Childish Gambino, aka Donald Glover, is the "This Is America," and when he sings Hakuna Matata and he sings "Can You Feel the Love Tonight," it's incredible. It took me by surprise. But beyond, they should have like dimmed down Beyonce's like audio levels a bit, because she is totally overpowering the song. And Timon and Pumbaa steals the show. Everything, because Billy Eichner and Seth Rogen, who plays Timon and Pumbaa, I can already tell they improvise a lot of their lines, and it's hilarious. And if you watch it, you will. There is one scene in particular, and they broke the fourth wall in terms of Disney films. I'll just say that, and it cracks me up. So yeah. Unless you guys want me to spoil what the fourth wall break is. If not, then I won't.
Actually, probably not. I do plan to watch this later.
I do.
Probably tomorrow.
Eventually, yes, I do plan to watch.
So yeah, okay. So anyway, I won't. That's as far as I'll go for a spoiler review. In my opinion, if you wanna enjoy the real life Lion King, go for it. But if you're not interested in seeing shot by shot remake, then don't. But yeah, it's pretty good, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna make a lot of money. However, critically, it's a flop. I'm actually gonna check the scores on Rotten Tomatoes and everything.
Wait, so
But
by video game terms, if it's a better quality graphics, that means it's not a remake, it's a remastered.
Actually, it depends. But,
Lion King the remaster.
Lion King remaster.
Lion King
Okay.
remastered.
Having said what I've said, are you guys still as excited to watch The Lion King or not as much anymore or what?
It's still relatively excited.
I was kind of wishing they had something more to it, since you say it's a shot by shot kind of thing. So now,
Yeah.
Yeah. That really narrowed it down a bit when you said it was same like shot by shot.
Okay, well, not exactly shot by shot, but like it's the exact 100% same story. Like once again, all the previous remakes have at least add something new to it. This one does not.
Oh.
So yeah. And yeah, IMDb is 6.7. Sorry,
Really?
what?
6.67?
IMDb is 6.7. Rotten Tomatoes is 56%.
That's quite low.
yeah.
It is. And I'll just open Rotten Tomatoes for the general consensus I want to see. Okay, the critic consensus for Rotten Tomatoes is while it can take pride in its visual achievements, The Lion King is a by the numbers retelling that lacks the energy and heart that made the original so beloved. Tough for some fans that may just be enough. Oh wait, sorry. Though for some fans that might just be enough, not tough for some.
Tough for some fans.
Though for some fans. So yeah. So that's The Lion King, and you guys are still gonna plan to watch it anyway.
Maybe. Perhaps.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so yeah, now we're gonna take this year. Disney this is the most that they've done the live action. They've done Dumbo earlier this year and Aladdin.
They've
How
done
many
a
of you
lot,
have seen
yeah.
How many have you seen Dumbo?
No.
No, I haven't.
So only me and Kelvin.
Yeah.
I guess.
Did they remake My Childhood Nightmare?
What?
Pink Elephant.
Yep.
Yeah, they do. They did it. They did it pretty good.
Is it still nightmare material?
Cal.
Look. Which one's the nightmare material?
The Pink Elephant song.
Is it the
That's
part?
the one with the balloons. The one with the balloons. The
Oh,
one in the counter.
no, it's not scary at all.
It's not scary, but it's
It's not supposed to be scary, but it's supposed to fuel your nightmares anyway.
It doesn't. It's more like, no, when I see that, I think of SpongeBob.
the one in animated form. The pink elephant is much creepier than the live action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought
And
Kelvin
also,
was just too distracted with Evo Beam or something. I can't remember.
He probably was, yeah.
foot fetish.
I was distracted by a non-symmetrical Colin Farrell, not Colin Firth. Colin Farrell.
Colin Firth. I mean, he's asymmetrical, so yeah, Colin Firth. Just stops
he's
right there.
asymmetrical cause he lost his arm. Just saying it. So yeah.
You know, so he should lose part of his name. Colin Farrell.
Yeah. Have any of you seen have any of you seen Aladdin?
Yes.
Okay. So Calvin's seen Dumbo, Ariq's seen Aladdin. I've seen both. Teguh's seen none. that's the scenario right there.
Yep.
Like I said,
So-
the goal was in a harem. It's difficult,
So
man.
okay. Calvin, I just want to hear it first. What did you think of Dumbo?
Foot fetish.
God.
Okay, moving on.
I forgot that this was a Chinese what is it? Friendly content, you know?
You know, I really thought like Dumbo was going to be one of those, and I guess rather like ear jerking movie. It's not. It's not. It's
Was
just
it?
not. It's not. I was like,
It wasn't even close. It wasn't even
Yeah,
close to Teguh.
Aww.
not even close. My tears dried up watching that.
It stuck back in.
I had to apply moisture to my eyes manually.
Oh, God.
The hell?
Are you sure we watched same film? But yeah, I'll add to Calvin. Dumbo was not tearjerker at all.
Yeah, it's not. And then like I don't know, it's just kind of weird the villain stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
here's the
definitely a
thing.
complete
Here's the
change.
like I don't I don't know if is this spoiling if it's close to the original.
Well,
Like I don't know. There's this one frame that bugs me a lot.
which one?
Uh, when when Dumbo got bumped into the bigger carnival,
Uh-huh.
and then the guy from the bank wants to see the performance, but then the first time it failed. It's not that it failed. He saw what he needs to see. It's a flying elephant. Like, what more do you need to see? It's a flying elephant. Like,
Okay.
he needs more proof that it works. You just saw an elephant fly. What? Yeah, that annoys me. I don't know.
That's a fair point, I suppose.
All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll just so we're on pace once again. Ariq, just yes or no, did you like Aladdin live action? Cause I did. It surprised me a hell of a lot. I liked that a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends say it's really good.
And
I mean, yeah, I do enjoy it thoroughly. Yeah, it's not bad.
and yeah, I just want to throw back to our episode. Is it episode 6? Is that the episode where Ariq got his username of W Smith?
That was
I
five.
believe that
Was it
episode.
5 or 6? I think it was 6.
It might be 5 or 6 when we talk about this very topic of live action Disney, and we're previewing the 2019 live action Disney. And as I remember firmly, most of us agree that Dumbo will be like our most anticipated, and then like Lion King, and then
Aladdin was the least.
And Aladdin was the least. And now that all the films have came out, and I've seen, me personally, I've seen all the film.
Yeah.
My ranking would be Dumbo at the very bottom, and then Lion King, and then Aladdin at the very top. So it's the exact opposite of my anticipated list of like what I think will be the best. So yeah,
I haven't watched it.
I don't know what that says.
Double yet, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see about that.
We shall see.
We shall see tomorrow.
Are you watching it tomorrow?
What you like in tomorrow? Maybe after that I'll watch Double.
Nice, but yeah. So Dumbo didn't make much money. Aladdin certainly did, although it got mixed reviews. Lion King, we don't know yet, but I'm guessing it's gonna make lots of money, and the reviews haven't been that good. And if we look back to previous Disney live action films, we got Cinderella, which did considerably good amount in terms of box office, and critically it's also great. Beauty and the Beast is the same. Maleficent and Alice in Wonderland, they both make okay money. Maleficent make more, but they both weren't highly praised critical films. And then Jungle Book didn't make that much. Actually, Jungle Book did quite well, and also very highly praised. And I believe that's all the live action. I'm gonna double check. But out of all those live action films, which one do you guys think worked, and which one doesn't?
So I'm gonna start first, and I'm gonna say that all I've seen is Maleficent. So there you go. That's my answer.
Well, did you like Maleficent?
Sure.
I
Like,
think
I didn't hate it.
Angelina Jolie is still hot, so I guess that's why.
He has a fair
It
point.
was like, yeah, not my type.
Not really, but I can see where you're coming from. That I can definitely agree with that point.
Okay.
Yeah, let me see what the other movies that you discussed. There was a list.
Worst? I think the one I don't know. Honestly, I'm not really a fan of all the live action one. Like I think the only one that I really kind of like is the Beauty and the Beast one. Mostly, I guess because of Emma Watson there. She looks good.
Okay.
He's an overrated feminist, but okay.
I don't know.
But Kelvin doesn't know what that means, so it's okay.
By the way, the live action film that I'm missing, the live action film that I forgot to say just now is Christopher Robin, which is not really a remake because it's an original story, but they just adapt. They just use the.
Oh yeah, I wanted to see that. No.
They just use the Winnie the Pooh characters. Alice
Oh,
Through the
yeah,
Looking
okay.
Glass.
I don't like Alice. I don't like Alice movies. They're so weird.
One
Need to be
hundred
extremely
101.
to watch them.
Yeah, I agree. And I dislike the original Alice in Wonderland. I hate it. And the other live action that we got is the 101 Dalmatians and 102 Dalmatians back from the 90s.
Oh, I like
early
those.
2000s.
I like those. Just cause of the nostalgia.
Based on this note you sent, because you already put like some movies in here, Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, Maleficent, Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, actually, I just realized. Yeah, I actually enjoyed Jungle Book, the live action. That was really nice. I really like that one.
How about Kelvin?
The one I enjoy is mostly the Jungle Book and Beauty and the Beast, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if I would say that Jungle Book is my favorite one as well. Second close is Cinderella, and I like Cinderella, okay, animated form, but I really like but the live action one I prefer more. And the same case for me, and I don't know about you guys, but for like I don't know why you like the live action one, which I want to hear right after this. But weirdly enough, I do not like the Jungle Book animated form, but I adore the live action film. And then some of the animated films that I really like, I am disappointed. I don't really like the live action one, and I would say that that's the case for Beauty and the Beast and Lion King, because those are among my favorite of the animated films. And I probably like Beauty and the Beast more than Lion King as of this point, but I don't love it, you know. So I don't know. I don't know if that's just me and it correlates to anything. How about you guys?
I've never watched Jungle Book, the animated version, the original one. So I wouldn't know. I can't really say about that.
Watch it.
And
Alright. Oh.
This Beauty and the Beast is it's alright, you know. It's not necessarily my favorite one, but I enjoyed it.
And yeah, Aladdin was also. I wasn't the biggest fan. I mean, I like Aladdin, but I really like the live action one. And in terms of box office, Beauty and the Beast made the most, followed by the Jungle Book, and then Aladdin, and then Alice in Wonderland, and then Maleficent. Cinderella didn't make much. Dumbo didn't make much at all, and we get to know about the Lion King.
Oh wait, did Maleficent? Isn't there a second Maleficent movie?
It's coming out this year.
I haven't seen the trailer.
The trailer wasn't that interesting, but yeah. So so yeah, for the most part, and we cannot go to Teguh because he haven't seen any of them, most of it. So for the most part, for Ariq and Kelvin, did you guys like the live action format or no?
In general, yes. Just in general, yeah. Yeah, I like it. I wouldn't say it's amazing. I wouldn't say it's breathtaking, but you know.
I'd say, yeah, average. Not the best, not the worst. It's just, it's like I don't mind it being made, but like I wouldn't.
If it wasn't made,
I wouldn't really care if it's made or not made. You know, it's kind of like, oh, it's there. I guess I'll watch it.
Okay.
Because I don't know about you, man, but I swear, I bet in 20 years' time from now, they'll remake it again. They're going to remake it again.
Also, I think
in 20 years.
In 20 years' time, if we're still running the show, we're probably going to review it again.
I think the reason why, like, those remake stuff, we put it kind of like in our top 10 is because, like, it's a guarantee, like, we will be, like, enjoying it, you know, because we already enjoyed it before.
sense of
Yeah,
nostalgia.
It's a
that
safe. It's a safe. What's the name of it?
it's nostalgia too.
It's also a safe choice as well.
And
What's
yeah,
your
and yeah,
top 10 movies?
and yeah, I like what Calvin said earlier. Like you don't really, if it's there, yeah, I like it. I like it. Okay, if it's not there, I don't really care because we can go back to the animated form if you want to anyway. So it doesn't really matter.
Wait, sorry. I thought there was a smudge on my laptop, but it's actually Albert's wall. No, the other side. Yeah.
Yeah, this thing is very. It's there's lots of scratches. But yeah, we have seen several live action in the past, but we're gonna see even more. Oh my god. Okay, I didn't realize there is this much, but there are lots of upcoming film. This year in particular, we're gonna get two more: Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, which is sequel of Maleficent, starring Angelina Jolie, of course, and we're also gonna get The Lady and the Tramp live action film for Disney Plus, only in Disney Plus, their streaming service. For next year, we're gonna get Mulan, which I'm actually excited for, and I want to discuss the trailer quite soon.
Yeah, I actually want to discuss that too.
And then we're gonna get next year. We're also gonna get. I didn't know this. We're gonna get a Cruella de Vil film titled Cruella. There's also this is a theatrical supposedly, and we're gonna get a Disney Plus live action of The Sword in the Stone. Where also The Little Mermaid is also in production, and we discussed about the casting a while back. Also rumors Javier Bardem is gonna be playing King Triton.
Yeah,
Just putting
I heard
it out
that.
there before I forget about it. This is also I don't know if this is in production or this is rumors, but there are a lot in here, and I'm just gonna say it: Hunchback of Notre Dame, Lilo and Stitch.
But they burned down Notre Dame already.
Too soon.
No, too soon, Kelvin. Too soon.
Is it
Too soon.
It's been like several months.
Damn it.
And the irony is in the film of Hunchback of Notre Dame, they actually did burn lots of stuff.
Well, then good.
Yeah, they
well,
actually
then
did.
they're set. They're prepared. They already done the filming.
Live set.
They did the live set. They had one take.
It was their. They were like doing practice and like, oh shit, we actually caught it on fire. Oh no, that's a secret.
Scene! Scene!
That's a secret.
Scene! Just
No, that burning down is the thing. It's like the task name. People like.
they wanted an authentic recreation of
So
the
you know what?
burning.
You know what? They want to do the test screening and they want to burn like a replica and then they did it in the real thing and like, all right. So why is the replica still standing? Oh, we did it. We burned Notre Dame. Where? Oh shit! Did we burn the real one?
Well,
Well.
And anyway,
I'm
we're gonna have.
kind of glad we're not that famous because a lot of French people will definitely be very angry. Will be very cross with us.
Very, very cross.
Extremely cross.
I mean, once we have this, will come back to bite us.
One day they'll come back to fight us. We're gonna outside our doors. We're gonna hear "Je suis monte," and I'm like, huh?
Bon voyage, Councilmen.
Bon voyage. So this could be our now. Or is Teguh? Is Teguh frozen?
And I don't know. You see?
For me, he's frozen.
If
You're just staring into the camera.
I am scared.
Anyway, let's.
Okay, there you go.
Okay,
The French have disconnected me.
They're beginning their attacks, man.
They've begun their attacks.
Oh, yeah, I want to keep on going.
Fake.
Oh, it's because he blurred his background. I
Yeah.
did that too.
The group blurred the background. You look CGI.
I blurred the
My
back.
background.
Wait, why is my background blurred?
The outline is also blurred. That's the thing, though. Like the outline of your box shape, is also
Yeah, I know.
blurred.
Behind me is a white wall. What is there to blur?
Anyway, I'm trying to get back. Untitled Jungle Book sequel, which I didn't know that is a thing. They're working on it. Jon Favreau is back. Pinocchio. And I have never heard of this. Rose Red. You guys familiar with that? They're gonna have a movie called Rose Red. And they're gonna have Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs live action film.
But they've already made so many of those.
So there's a lot. Some of them are sequels, some of them are new stuff. So does any Well, I'm not gonna ask that. Let's just jump into Mulan first, because we really want to talk. Wait, we'll talk about that. Did you guys saw the trailer?
Yes. The one you sent at least on the group.
The actress that played Mulan looks good.
Yeah. What's her name?
He looks very accurate.
Liu Yifei.
Mm.
She play Hua Mulan. And yeah, she looks great as Mulan.
There's actually one thing I want to discuss about the Mulan trailer. It's like, just like I saw in the comments, people are like arguing whether it's based off the Disney or the actual like story, because the actual story is like it's a more of a war story kind of thing. That's why the trailer made it look like a gritty war movie in the Chinese like imperial era. But like but that's the thing. It's like, is it based off the Disney movie or is it completely new? I can't really tell.
Well,
I didn't hear any singing. I did not hear any make a man out of you. So.
if I may, based on what I heard, they're going to do more homage to the original folklore and mythology of Mulan in the Chinese mythology. They're gonna do more of that. So it's going to be more heavy, more drama heavy, and also from what I heard, there is not going to be singing, which is why lots of people got disappointed. I, however, do not, and they're gonna convert the soundtrack into musical scores for the background instead of people singing. They're gonna put in the background.
Okay, so
I'm like,
so there's gonna be like the instrumental during the training scene of a man make a man out of you, not the actual singing.
yeah, and also there's also gonna be no mushu, no mushu.
So you don't get to see Eddie Murphy.
Isn't the whole
What's a black?
That's what I heard.
Gonna
I'm
do
not
in
sure.
China? In Imperial China, it didn't exist yet that time.
you know?
Eddie Murphy in Imperial China.
I don't know my history, man. As you know, I'm pretty bad at history and geography.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think it takes a genius to find out that there are no African Americans living in Imperial China. For God's sakes. You don't have to be smart, you just have to use logic.
Hey, it took me the grade 7 to find out that Austria and Australia is 2 different countries.
Oh god.
All right. So, but yeah. Anyway, Mulan is one of my favorite. Mulan movie is not my favorite film. However, the character of Mulan is one of my favorite characters. So I'm really excited for this one, and I just want to say, this poster looks incredible.
That does look cool.
It's so awesome.
That does look cool, actually.
But yeah, Kelvin, as the one with the smallest size in the panel, what's your thing on Mulan?
Excuse me, but 3 of yous are Chinese by blood. Okay? I'm the only one who's not.
It's not racism if it's your own kind.
Are you asking me how she looks, how I feel about her?
About the trailer.
The trailer or about the insult?
I'm pretty excited, I guess. I don't know. I'm just okay with it.
I bet Kelvin is just waiting for
I like
one
that.
sauce.
That's about it. Yeah. I'm trying not to put much excitement into live action Disney. The remakes one. Because it's just kind of like, yeah, it's a remake.
But Kelvin knows they could bring back Szechuan sauce for real again. Maybe.
Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I found the best. I found the alternate. What's the name? Poster for Mulan. Do you know? What this one?
See it.
This one looks cooler. Wait. Shit. What did I do?
Kelvin took a snapshot.
Oh, well, I think that's how you turn it back. Never mind.
Is this on the phone or the? Is this on the phone? Then yeah, just show it.
Oh my god, Samuel Jackson. Oh, okay.
I like the alternate one better.
We all do, Kelvin. We all do.
Hey,
Yeah,
directed by. Actually, what's his name again?
It better be directed by Michael Bay. Otherwise, I'm not
Oh,
watching.
Michael Bay, who's that guy that likes excessive blood? I can't remember his name.
Quentin
Quentin
Tarantino.
Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino.
Why not? Why not? Directed by Quentin Tarantino, produced by Michael Bay.
That's
Isn't that one
definitely
scene where she brought down an avalanche? It's gonna be like a shit ton of explosion.
Instead of an avalanche, the peak of the mountain.
Instead of
just-
an avalanche, it's Donald Trump just sliding down saying China.
Not that.
What the hell, Ariq? Anyway, Teguh, what did you think of the trailer?
So I don't care.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay.
I said that pretty early on. So
Why is that here?
I don't know. I felt bad for
Yeah,
being
haven't-
gone
I
for too long.
He's gone for too long. Haven't seen any of the live action film. Haven't seen the trailer. Why are you here? Then Kelvin is correct.
I mean, if you want to leave, I could have the French attack me again.
Yeah,
I bet he wants to leave just to
the
take
best
care of his harem. He'd rather be with them than with us.
But
Teguh is
yeah,
malfeasant.
what were I where were we going with this? Yeah, so the Mulan, for the most part, we like the Mulan trailer. It pays so much, and Ariq asked some important questions which I believe I answered hopefully. And Harry Gregson Williams is doing the score, so I believe he did this. Did he did the score? I think he did the score for either Narnia or Wonder Woman. It's one of the Gregson Williams brother. Never mind. He did none of those. My bad. He's a different Gregson. There are multiple Gregson Williams brothers.
Damn it,
And
Ariq.
they all-
Wait, no, not Ariq, Albert.
Oh, actually, he did Narnia. My bad. I just missed it. He did Narnia.
Are you sure
So
it's
I'm
not
not
the
wrong.
different person?
Wonder Woman is composed by Rupert Gregson Williams, the other Gregson Williams brother. Yeah. I know my scores and soundtracks, Kelvin. Don't.
Always camera angles changes like
Feel free to
dramatically
show.
lowered. In the end, it's gonna be behind you.
Gonna do like rotation.
It's gonna do like a full rotation. It's gonna be like even further. My one steps professional. I only have my brother walking in every few minutes or so.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna read out all the upcoming live action films again, either that's already been produced or still in production, and I want each of you guys to let me know which one either spark your interest or raise questions of why you think they're doing it. Just which one sparks your interest basically. Either in a good way or a bad way, doesn't matter.
Is it going to be like this rapid fire thing?
Yes.
No. I'm gonna read the whole thing, and you guys have to pick one of them.
Okay.
So yeah, which one basically sparked your interest in a good or bad way? Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, Lady and the Tramp, Mulan, Cruella, The Sword in the Stone, The Little Mermaid, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Lilo and Stitch, Untitled Jungle Book sequel, Pinocchio, Rose Red, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And by the way, Rose Red is apparently based on the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs story.
So there's two Snow White movies.
Yeah, exactly. So
Two whites, 14.
to go first, which one sparked your interest?
I think I know this one. Okay, go.
I'd be quite interested to see
Like family.
Hanya means family. I mean, apart from that. Actually, I'd be quite interested to see a Cruella de Vil movie.
Know what that is?
Cruella de Vil.
Yeah, I think it'd be.
Cruella de Vil.
She's the villain in God. Why am I blanking on the name?
Siapa? Ayo, siapa?
101 Dalmatians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright, I don't think I've ever watched that movie, so. So yeah, I don't know.
The 101 Dalmatians film from the 90s have a pretty iconic Cruella de Vil. I forget who portrays her. Wait, wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm back.
So wait, so Teguh, you're picking Cruella?
Um, yeah, honestly, I want to say Lilo and Stitch, but like,
Well,
man,
pick one, Teguh. Pick
no,
one.
but like, honestly, I quite like Lilo and Stitch as an animated one, and I don't know how well or how badly they do Lilo and Stitch, so I'll say Cruella. Because Cruella is like, if you screw that up, then you should really question your life decisions as a Disney company.
Wait. What do you mean if you screw that up? Like, what are you saying?
Like Cruella is, it's supposed to be it's a live action. They've already done a live action in like the 90s. They can't screw it up even worse.
They're gonna take your challenge on that.
Look at Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
See now,
They can't possibly screw it up even more.
and yet they continue to do so.
Hold.
That's what I think to myself too.
You don't know that, they could screw it up even more.
But yeah, I
I'd
like
be amazed.
uh,
I'd be so amazed. I'd go watch it.
the 90s 101 Dalmatians was not very good based on my memory, and yeah, Glenn Close played the role of Cruella back in that film. But I can understand your reasoning. And Teguh, there's been rumors that Emma Stone is supposed to play Cruella de Vil.
Whoa. Okay, no.
That's a fast reaction.
Emma Stone is
Ex-
Cruella.
Explain.
It doesn't work.
I mean, she did play this
It's
evil
in the
character
name,
in that.
cruel devil. Like,
Look, she did play an evil character in that really terrible movie. Was it Wizard of Oz, whatever?
why do you think the movie was
Of
terrible?
Oz.
Wizard of
Not
Oz.
Wizard of Oz, but it's about Wizard
Wait,
of Oz.
no, okay.
Starring.
If they're doing,
Wonderful World
if
of Oz.
they're doing
something
a
like that.
young Cruella de Vil, then it might work.
It's starring Harry Osborn.
I mean, she-
Robert, I forgot what the name of the title.
Starring Harry Osborn, a fictional character.
Yeah, whoever played which retard played as him in the damn movie? No, is it Harry?
James Franco
James
or
Franco.
Dane DeHaan?
James,
Which
James
Harry Osborn?
Franco.
Okay.
It stars him. It's like a movie about like the Wizard of Oz or something like that. And she played as an evil person. She played as an evil character. So yeah, it could work. She played Meg from.
Okay.
She played Meg from Saints. She played Meg in Family Guy. So I'm sure she can do this.
Is it Mila Kunis?
Oh yeah, wait. Oh god, I confused those two. They have big eyes. They look the same. And they say Asian people look the same. Goddamn it, white people look the same. Or
You see?
oh yeah, wait. Mila Kunis and Emma Stone are amongst those people that people get confused a lot. They're like, who's this and who's that? I'm like,
Really?
I've
I've
actually
never
heard of
confused those
that.
two.
I've never heard that comparison.
I've heard those comparisons many times.
I keep on getting confused with Mila Kunis and Emma Stone.
I did too, man. I think her voice is different.
By the way, to counter your argument of saying Emma Stone cannot play a bad guy, she sort of does in 2018's The Favorite, and she got an Oscar nom for it. So yeah, she.
No, because like, no. It's not that she can't play a bad guy. It's that she can't play an old, I want to murder dogs and grab
Okay,
their
so-
skin woman.
So you want
Then
she
you want
play
an
a
old-
young,
you
I want
want an
to kill
older
dogs.
woman. You want an older woman to play.
Yeah,
Cruella
but
de Vil
I don't know the story, right? If they're doing like a really backstory when like she's like in her 30s or like in her 20s,
Wait,
then
hate
sure.
dogs.
She hates dogs.
Like no, because like Cruella de Vil is like a designer, right? So if they're doing like the story of her life, like how she
That actually.
became the not dogs particularly, but like the fur, like I will kill animals for their fur kind of person. If they do that and it's like very early on in like her 30s or something, then sure, Emma Watson might work.
Stone.
Yeah, Emma Stone, sorry. Emma
Emma
Stone.
Watson's.
Yeah, I can see that. I can
This
see
is
that.
confusing.
So yeah, Kelvin, which one of the lists? If you need me to read it again, let me know. Which one of the lists sparks your interest?
I have to choose one, I guess. Yeah, it's Lilo and Stitch. Lilo and Stitch.
Why?
I don't know. Lilo and Stitch is pretty good, and then like, I don't know. They make those alien stuff looks pretty good in Marvel, in MCU. So I'm thinking maybe it'll be good, but I'm not sure though. It's like what Teguh say, you don't know how bad or good it can be. The live action.
Could be worse. Could be better.
Yeah, all we know it could be worse.
Yep. All right. So, Ariq, which one sparks your interest?
I kind of don't want to choose Lilo and Stitch because Colin already went with that. What else?
Hey,
No, wait, since I'll go with a different one, but I will add more to what Calvin said about Lilo and Stitch though. I guess yeah, yeah, Mulan, because the thing is like the trailer from what we've seen, we're not gonna get like the exact same thing from the original Disney animated one, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So like yeah, it's just like it's more interesting. Like how will it go? Like how will it turn out? Will it be like? Will it actually be like a gritty war film? Like is Disney even going to do that? Because most people will see Mulan, they think it's like the animated.
Imagine
They think it's the animated version, and they just seeing like Huns get decapitated, and they're like, huh?
it's gonna
Was
it's
it
gonna
just
it's
fine?
gonna
Was it just
it's gonna be
fine?
like in Hexor. It's gonna be like Hexor Ridge, but in Mulan.
Yeah, it's kind of like action, basically. But actually, no, we don't we like, but yeah, like, because they said that's based off the actual folklore, not the animated, right? So,
That's what I heard.
what is
Well,
more
they're
lenient?
they're they're following they're following the animated, but they are paying more respects to the folklore. So I don't exactly know what
Pay
they
more
mean by
respect.
that,
So,
but yeah.
so what? They're gonna make it a bit more like serious, I guess. I mean, because the animated version is a bit comedic at sometimes, plenty of times actually.
And I've heard that the animated does not actually is faithful to the mythology.
No, of
So
course,
maybe they're
for
gonna do more
kids, they
stuff
made
with
it
mythology.
comedic and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, of course, it's not
That
faithful.
that's true.
And oh wait, I want to add for like Kelvin's like Lilo and Stitch. The part that like I'm more intrigued about is like usually when they put like alien like characters like Stitch into live action, they think like oh it's gonna look really weird and ugly. But seeing that they nailed Pokemon in live action, I think they can just they can pull
Mm,
it off again.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
yeah,
actually, no, they did nail Pokemon.
that's true.
If
Wait, was
Pokemon already
Pokemon
done,
Disney?
yeah, no, it's not Disney, but if somebody can do that, somebody can
I
do what Pokemon
mean,
did, then he could follow along,
who
right?
does it does matter, you know.
Shh, they'll hire someone. They'll hire someone.
By the way,
man, just
I've been
have a lot of money.
And they have a lot of they have a lot of money, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, true. Disney has a lot of money.
Disney has a lot.
they have all the money
Wait,
now.
who did Pokemon again? Was it Warner Brothers?
Legendary or Lionsgate? Legendary.
Legendary. Okay.
I don't know where Legendary belongs to. I believe it's Legendary. Might be wrong. Or is it Warner Bros?
Yeah, like what I'm saying is like if that studio can do it, I'm pretty sure Disney should be able to do it as well. Like they have more money and stuff, of course, and resources.
Disney.
Yeah.
Like why would like if they can do it, then disappointing. Disappointing.
By 2020 there'll be a live action Toy Story. God damn it.
That will be very creepy, actually.
Is there anything wrong with that, Albert?
That's
By the way, Warner Bros. Does distribute. It's produced by Legendary, distributed by Warner Bros.
Pokemon?
So
Okay.
Legendary made.
Mhm.
Yeah. But okay, so I did my research because I was confused who Rose Red was, and apparently the original mythology is that there is two girls named Snow White and Rose Red, and Disney just decided to choose Snow White. So and they're both supposed to be siblings, so they sort of combined Rose Red and Snow White into one character in the animated film.
So
Oh, wait. Ah, I see.
So
Okay.
they're supposed to be siblings who live with their widowed mother and they play with dwarfs.
Ah.
Oh, so one is a broken condom. No, no,
What? What?
no.
Whoa. Think of the kids, Ariq.
Wait, that's not the right term. Not broken condom. Neglected child.
Okay. Well, so if I may pick one out of all this list, I'm going to pick Aside from the fact that Lady and the Tramp, from based on what I heard last time, that they're gonna do Beverly Hills Chihuahua style, which dubbing the voice into the animal. First of all, that intrigues me. I want to see how much
Okay,
of them will be failed or how much of them will
that
work.
won't be too bad, I suppose.
But the one that intrigues me in a both exciting yet confused way is the Untitled Jungle Book sequel, because I like the Jungle Book, and I like what Jon Favreau has done with the film, but I didn't like The Lion King. But I'm a fan of Jon Favreau and all his work, and he's gonna be working in Mandalorian and Star Wars. So I'm excited for him for that. And I know there is a sequel to Jungle Book, an animated film, but I've never seen it. And I believe there is more humans involved in the sequel. So I don't know if they're gonna follow that or they're gonna make something else new, because they did change the original film. So I'm like, I'm okay. I'm confused yet excited for it, I guess, in a very low level standard way for it. But I'm just excited because Jon Favreau's back on it. So Jon Favreau can do no wrong for me right now. Well, except for Lion King, which he disappointed me. I don't know what I'm saying.
He did wrong.
He did cut behind Albert.
He did wrong.
Okay, to be fair, Lion King was a technical achievement that is in an incredible way, and Jon Favreau was a big part of it. But he didn't do much for the story, so I don't know how much to blame for him was for him. So well, we picked different variety of stuff for different reasons. So the question that people is asking is like, should at one point should Disney stop with the live action, or should they keep going and making more? And if they are making more, what do you think their strategy should be in choosing which to adapt and stuff like that? So we'll throw it around the panel. Let's go to Kelvin first.
You're just going to make every single one.
Yeah.
You think every single one is going to be live action?
One point, yeah. I feel like it's going to that happen. I mean, like, look at it. Even the Sword in the Stone thing?
Yeah.
No one really knows about that. I mean, like, I don't think that movie is as famous as the other one that they'll be making. You know? And they'll be making that, so I'm very sure in the end they're going to remake everything.
Okay, Ariq? I have some thoughts on what Calvin said, but I'll pass it on to Ariq first.
It's actually, it's actually a really hard question. Let's see. Like, to be honest, if the live action movies, like, they didn't really put like much effort into it, like that. Like, they didn't put much effort into it. It's like, it's clearly a cash grab. They didn't like bother rewriting the story or whatever. They're just like do it half-assed. Yeah, they should definitely stop. But seeing where they're going right now, it seems like they're actually trying, like something new with. They're trying something new with like old materials. It's like they're trying like slightly different story, like new CGI technology and stuff. And I guess at this rate, they should. It's okay for them to continue on. I mean, most of the movies, at least for me, they're not that bad. They're definitely watchable. I guess the first disappointing one I've heard is the Lion King, from what you just said. I mean,
Dumbo.
Yeah, and like it's like one movie out of like one failed movie after like several successful ones. I think it's quite okay for them to keep going at this point. But I could understand why people would want to stop, because they're just like, oh, just making more, making more of these live action. They ran out of ideas. Dunk. can't say that word.
But yeah, so Teguh, before I pass it on to you, I'll add one more question for the Teguh's one.
Why?
If
Because you're never here.
If they were no, because she was never here.
You're never here, Dad.
If you were choosing that they should.
Okay, Jamal.
That's a bit
Who's
racist.
Jamal?
It's a bit racist, but let's just gloss over that.
We'll gloss over
By the
that.
way, so if Teguh is picking that they should make more, my question is, should they stick to the source material heavily, like what they did with Lion King and what they did with Beauty and the Beast for the most part, or should they go on a completely different path like Dumbo?
Oh, I mean, I was gonna
What
answer
do you
that
think they should
anyway,
do?
but okay.
Okay, go for it.
So yes, definitely continue. But I think okay. The thing is, I don't know what Dumbo was like. I mean, I have a rough idea, but like, I don't know too well. But what I think what they should be doing is they should do it right, but then but definitely not the Lion King route where they just make the story exactly the same. Because I think what's a better strategy is what I think is you said is rumored about Snow White and what was the other one? Red Rose?
Red Rose, yeah.
Rose Red. Where like the thing is it's a 90s nostalgic like kind of like movie, right? And then now most of the people who grew up on that movie have already turned into like adults. So I think they should make it like a live action, but like target it more for the mature audience. Like, cause like originally like Mulan and whatnot was not targeted for like 20-30-year-olds. It's more for like what 5. Yeah. So. And I think now they can redo Mulan with the target audience being the mature audience. And I think it'll be nice because like for one we get to see like the other side to our childhood, right? If that's how you want to put it. But like and on the other hand it's like but at the same time it still like makes you feel nostalgic and everything. So I think that's what they should be doing.
So wait, basically you're saying it's like these movies that we grew up with, they have to grow up with us at the same time.
Yes.
Like we watched them as a kid, now we're adults, and that movie has to act more adult.
Yeah, like you know how like when you're a kid, your parents tell you like one part of like something you need to know, and as you grow up and like they tell you the rest of it. Yeah, like that.
Oh, this happened. Oh, that she decapitated 10 people at the same time.
Yeah.
You don't need to get that title.
I'm sort of on the same boat as you guys, but what I want is like, sure, remake that thing, remake it, and yes, change some, stay faithful, but I guess my best example is if. For Aladdin, because I feel like Aladdin was very faithful to the source material, but they adapted into as a literal definition of an adaptation, because they adapt the story into something modern, into something that's their own and unique. And like sure, Beauty and the Beast and Cinderella did something which is like same story, but they add a different layer. I feel like Aladdin does that, add a different layer, but also adapted in their own way, which I really dig. Which is also the same way for Jungle Book, because they change the story a bit and they adapt it in their own way. But in addition to that, I wish that they wouldn't so much like I'm not against the fact that they're remaking like Little Mermaid, Mulan, because I'm excited for Mulan one. And Little Mermaid, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Lilo and Stitch. I'm not against that, but I wish if they're willing to, instead of remaking their famous ones, remake their lesser known ones. Like like what Calvin said, the Sword and the Stone is lesser known. So I'm like, maybe remake that as live action. Sure, why not? Saludos Amigos, The Three Caballeros. Remake those. The Black Cauldron, which I've never seen, but I heard is pretty good and pretty dark. I'm excited to see if they have a live action remake for that, because I've never heard of it, but I've heard it should be interesting. Maybe like maybe something like Brother Bear, which is not very highly praised.
Oh, Brother Bear.
But it's good though. I like that movie.
Or Treasure Planet. People love it.
Oh, the Treasure Planet.
It's not well known. So a live action could not only interest people like, oh, what's this? People might not even know that it's based on adaptation.
Wait, I just remember. Didn't we do an episode where we're like, what Disney movie you want to be turned into like a live action? And I think I did.
Yeah, someone said Brother Bear.
Yeah, I think I said Treasure Planet as one of my.
Oh, Treasure Planet. Yes.
Yeah.
I said Treasure Planet
Yeah,
as one of them.
and exactly. Not only
Oh,
that,
Atlantis. Yes, give me.
yeah, Atlantis and Treasure Planet. They're like not only that they are people who've seen the film, they love it, but people who have not, they have not heard it at all, or like they're not they
They're
because
unaware.
it didn't make a lot of money at all. So people,
Damn it,
it's not
you're
the
gonna
most
make me
famous
watch
one.
Atlantis again.
Yeah, good.
It's not the most famous one. So if they remake it, not only it will interest people to revisit the original material, but it will also make people think, oh, either if they don't know, it will make them think like, oh, is this new or something like that, and it's a refreshing kind of thing.
Yeah, that's true. Because it's not a mainstream like Disney movie,
I
right?
mean, I guess it could work. I mean, I think I already brought
it could
this.
definitely work.
I mean, I already brought this point up at least 1,000 times, but I can bring it up again. But like nobody exactly like in Marvel's case, like nobody really knew Guardians of the Galaxy, but now they're like one of the most praised groups in like films.
Yes.
So basically,
Especially since Thor is in it now.
yeah. So see, like if they can just do that, take something nobody knows, make it like the best thing they've ever seen. Like I'm pretty sure they can do that with the Atlantis Treasure Planet. It's easily
Yeah,
doable. The material they have to
And-
work with, there's a lot for them to like play around.
Yeah, and I know Teguh and Kelvin in particular did both love Atlantis and Treasure Planet. So yeah,
I haven't
that's why I
watched
brought it up.
Atlantis, but I did watch Treasure Planet. It was good.
And I'm looking through the list of live action Disney films,
Uh,
and I saw there is one that
I need
not
to
live action,
rewatch those.
live action animated films, and I stop on Bolt, and I'm thinking like, with the animation technique that they can do now, I actually want to see a live action Bolt. It could be really fun.
Is Bolt gonna be a real dog, or is it like?
Yeah, sure, why not?
why not?
Because they can already do that with Lion King. And
Beverly Hills Chihuahua style. That's all.
no, not Beverly Hills Chihuahua style.
That's not really.
No, I mean they will have to change it a bit because Bolt does have because most of it's Bolt, right? So he has to talk.
Yeah.
Kelvin,
And
wait.
I don't actually want John Travolta to return for Bolt because even though I like him, I don't want to see him voice Bolt again.
It's better than him actually playing as a dog. Like he's the one that's captured.
Like
Using a costume.
He's a dog in a really big dog costume.
like Benedict's cucumber, huh?
Oh god.
When he did
I know.
Smaug.
He didn't actually put that.
Imagine
He didn't put the
John
dragon
Travolta.
costume.
Yeah, but he has to record himself acting like a dragon.
Imagine John Travolta in mocap suit and just running around in 4 legs.
That's really just just an old man.
Calvin, Calvin, you've been awfully quiet today. Have you been thinking about a live action Chicken Little remake?
Oh yes.
No, if people wait. I don't know if people notice Kelvin's camera angle like changed at least 4 times throughout this entire recording. It started out like here, and then down here, then on the other side, and then at one point it was just his face like here. Damn it! Choose one.
That still isn't that much.
My one's been like this the whole time. Yours been like this the whole
Mine's
time.
like this all
Yours been like this the whole time.
I like to
Just
fight
just
this
what
out.
Calvin said. If
how you
someone can
keep
put
the
in comment
viewers
section how many
engaged.
times Calvin changes angle.
If you guys can guess how many times he changes camera angle, you will win a free Councilmen merch.
Sure.
Paid by Albert.
Paid by Ariq.
Hey.
But yeah, just one more thing before I just want to say this is not based on it's live action, but it's not based on animated stuff. Cause what's the name? Pirates of the Caribbean is a live action film by Disney and is based on a theme park, and they're also doing Jungle Cruise.
Mm.
I wouldn't mind seeing more live action based on a theme park rides that they could make a story out of it. So yeah, why not?
Yeah, I don't mind that, but how many Pirates of the Caribbean movies are there? It's like 7.
There's like 5.
It's like 5. I thought it was 7. I felt like it was 7.
There's a lot. That's all. That's all I know.
5 out of
But you
a,
can-
5 out of a theme park ride is a little bit overkill.
But they didn't do a bad job.
it was getting worse
They
near the end.
they can definitely make a story. Well, they already did. They make a horrible Haunted Mansion starring Eddie Murphy that's straight to DVD. They should remake that and make it more serious PG horror film. I feel like they could do something fun with that.
Yeah, I'm not watching that.
What? This is too scared.
Yes. I don't want to see Eddie Murphy. How scary that is.
Oh god!
Wow, personal jab at Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy is too scary. He's stupid. Yeah.
Huh. But yeah, aside from that, there is not much else that we can talk about. Nicky Caro is directing one, Craig Gispel, John Carlos. A lot of these directors I've never heard of who's like plugged into this live action stuff. But yeah, we already discussed the main topic of it. So at the end of the day, we all agree that we wouldn't mind live action stuff as long as it's not shot by shot remake, right?
Yep.
Yes.
As long as it's worth my money.
So
And okay, final question before we get to Kelvin's segment. What is one film that you wish they never touch to turn to live action? And let's stick with Disney and not Pixar. Let's stick with Disney.
What's the one movie I don't want to touch?
the Councilmen.
Tangle.
It's on it.
We're not doing right, Disney.
Tangled. Kelvin says Tangled. Okay.
It's already perfect.
Alright.
Okay. Ariq.
Oh no.
All right. So while Ariq's thinking, let's pass it on to Teguh.
I'm also still in the process of thinking.
That they will never touch. Huh.
They should
Well,
never
like
touch.
they should
Okay,
never
you know
make
what?
it a live action.
This one is not for me. This one is not as much as I don't want them to touch it. More like if they touch it, they will fail badly. It's Wreck-It Ralph. I don't see that ever being a success if they ever try to.
That's
Ralph in live
true.
action.
Yeah, I just watched that. I forgot that was Disney.
So yeah, my pick is gonna be Wreck-It Ralph because I do like the film, and there's no way they're gonna be able to make a live action film out of that. No chance.
Okay, I think I got one, but I'm not so sure. Like, I'm not saying like they shouldn't touch it, like because they'll fuck up terribly. But I'm just saying like it's just like really unnecessary in my opinion. But I guess Frozen. I guess Frozen. like I mean, it's not that they're gonna terribly mess it up even if they touched it. It's just that it's very unnecessary. Like they don't need to. Just leave it. Just leave it be.
Fair.
Oh,
Fair.
okay.
So now it's down to Teguh.
I'm gonna say Wally.
Oh yeah.
That's Pixar.
Oh, damn it. Well, now I have to rethink my choices.
Alright.
Huh.
You know one. Well, I'm gonna fill in time while Teguh think. One that I wanna see, but I hope not anytime soon is Moana, because I feel like
I was gonna mention about that.
seeing that in live action could actually be pretty cool.
Well, they cast The Rock again for Maui.
They better.
They better.
They can literally use the same voice cast for the live action cast.
Yeah,
Because most
yeah.
of their voice casts are actually technically correct.
Yeah,
and they look like their characters.
Yeah, they look like their characters.
Exactly.
I want Coco. Un poco loco.
Nah,
Pixar too, but
Coco, I say. Oh, actually, no. The skeletons would be kind of tricky.
Coco is quite tricky in the underworld part.
No, I feel like none of the Pixar film can become a live action. Dude, can you imagine a live action Toy Story? That's gonna be.
No.
That's so freaky.
The point of Toy Story.
There's already a live action Toy Story, you idiot. What are you talking about? It's called Child's Play.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yikes.
I was thinking I was gonna say Chucky. Yeah.
It's called Child's Play.
Alright, anyway, Teguh, did you manage to think of which Disney film that you don't want to touch? I mean, they shouldn't touch.
You don't want to touch.
I don't want to. Actually, I'll agree with Ariq. I'll go with Frozen.
Oh, I see.
Wow, very original to go.
I can't think of it. Fine. Here's what we'll do. Shout out random Disney animated movie names to me.
Aristocats.
Moana.
I haven't seen that.
I want
Moana's not original. So
the cat.
The Great Mouse Detective, Rescuers, Pocahontas, not they're doing Notre Dame, Hercules, Tarzan, Fantasia, Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah, there's a lot there. Tarzan.
Brother
I mean,
Bear,
like, they already
the
touched
Robin-
yeah,
Tarzan.
but the thing is, I
Princess and
don't.
the Frog
I
Tangled.
don't mind any of this.
Oh, what the hell?
Like that. I don't want them to touch. No, I can't really think of anything.
Bambi.
Bambi,
But Bambi, she can, in the remastered version, she got run over by a truck. What?
I think Bambi,
Actually-
if they take it creatively, I think it can work relatively well.
Actually, since Teguh doesn't have an answer, I'll just say this: have you guys ever seen a trailer of live-action Bambi starring The Rock? It's a fan-made trailer.
Oh no, I've seen
Oh wait, I need to see that.
It's
I've seen
Dwayne
it.
Johnson. Is Dwayne Johnson playing as Bambi, and then
Isn't that an SNL sketch?
yeah, it's an SNL sketch. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I think I haven't seen it like directly, but I've seen the video like on YouTube, like popping up.
But, so yeah, since Teguh doesn't have a pick, so yeah, I guess that's the
Well, I'm
end of our
sorry.
Disney discussion. It's the end of our Disney discussion for today, but it is not the end of the show because Kelvin have a segment that he'd like to call.
Kelvin has his own segment.
Explaining plot badly. I'm moving plot badly.
Is that the name of
God,
is that the name of the segment?
No, I don't know. I haven't named it yet.
You got 2 weeks. You had 2 weeks, Kelvin.
Explain this movie. Guess the movie.
Oh, very busy week. Yeah.
Fair.
It is our finals week, Albert.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
My finals is tomorrow. Starting tomorrow. Next
Oh,
week.
yikes! Yikes! Well, good luck for you guys.
This is
Yeah.
this is the best I can think of. Okay.
Okay. So, Kelvin, would you like to explain? Would you like to explain what this segment is about? For
Basically,
people unfamiliar?
I'm going to explain a plot of a movie very, very badly.
And we have to guess.
Yes.
And how many do you have?
Today?
Yeah.
I thought we were doing one per episode.
Okay.
You said you're only gonna do one, but you might add more later on.
Oh, is that what I said?
Yes. Rewind that clip. I'm not sure exactly what you said, but but you said you said you could add more.
I don't know if you
Anyway.
guys did this already, but I think Albert already watched it.
Let's hear
Yeah,
it.
let's hear it then.
Attack of the Clones with Scissors.
Wait, what? Can you say that again?
Attack of the Clones with Scissors.
Attack of the Clones with Scissors.
Pretty obvious.
So go get your face out of the camera.
Attack of the Clones with scissors?
Of the Clones with Scissors. All I can think of scissors is Edward Scissorhands, but I don't think that's the damn movie.
No.
That's not
Wait,
the damn movie.
Attack of the Clones with scissors? Oh, I get it. Okay, I'm gonna wait if anyone else get it.
I don't
Can I
think.
ask for hints at least, like is it a favorite movie or something like that? Like, is it a new movie?
Yeah, it's this year.
It's this year.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh wait, I think I know the movie, but I forgot the name.
I have no idea what anyone's talking about. Yay!
Attack of the Clones with Scissors. I think I know the name of this movie, but I forgot the title.
Teguh definitely have no idea. I can guarantee you Teguh have no idea.
You know what? I think I have it. You know what? I think I'm just gonna lock it in. Doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure I got it wrong, but
I have the clone with scissors. Yeah, I have no bloody idea.
I think I know what Kelvin means. I think I know exactly.
Do you want a clue? Do you want a clue, Ariq? I can give you the director.
Is it the same director as the oh shit, what's the name of that movie called? The one with the black guy.
Get
Come on,
out.
Ariq.
Which one?
Get out
We're
of
in
here, Ariq.
2019.
Yeah, get out, get out, get out. Is it the same? Yeah, is it the same director as Get Out?
Yeah.
Jordan Peele, yeah.
Yeah, I know. So the answer is it's us, is it?
Yeah, it's us.
No,
Us.
it's U. I thought it's U. I thought it's U.S.
Yeah, because in the US, there's a lot of people like who clones the shit out of you and beats you. Huh? Have you entered your apartment, Albert, and see yourself? I bet you killed the real Albert. I bet this is the fake one right here.
Yep.
Been
Oh,
exposed.
he's exposed. Hey, who's that knocking on my door? Oh no, it's Albert. What are you doing?
I have a Caesar now.
So you are the. What is this? This is the real Albert coming back from the dead. I don't think
Yeah.
Albert can.
Yeah.
This segment's taking too long. God damn it.
Back of the clones with scissors.
I don't
Oh my
get
God,
what the
guys.
scissors. I don't get
You
what the
cannot-
scissors.
you cannot
are.
believe-
Yeah, that's it's
You
the.
cannot believe how long I've been trapped under there.
Oh god.
What
Albert.
happened? Why are you wearing the same clothes? Why is your butt hurt? What did he do to your butt?
Albert, what happened to your butt in 2017? What changes?
It was dry. That was me that sent it, not him.
What the hell happened?
That was me that sent it.
Ariq, what's up with your hair? I left for a second and then your hair changed.
Because that's the whole Ariq change. It's just
He
not-
went to the barber. What do you mean?
Yeah, Bert, you left for a second and my camera angle changes again.
I think everyone will have to guess like how many times Kelvin changes our camera angles, how many times have my hair changed and stuff. Because it actually did change over time throughout the whole thing. I just didn't record how many times it did.
Well, we caught it on camera, hopefully.
It did work
But
like
imagine-
this for a while.
But imagine because we're having technical difficulties. Imagine after this whole thing turns out none of this is recorded.
Wow. Well, that's all I can say.
So I guess let's end it before we get too far and then ends up it's not recording the full thing. So let's end it right here.
Can you not like
So-
check it like midway right now or not?
Oh, okay. Well, they created the raw file, so a file is created, but I don't know how good or how bad the file is because it's still recording.
There'll be no audio.
Hopefully that's not the case. But yeah, so I guess we're good for today. So Kelvin, do your shit.
Not you. You.
What the angle? Now someone has spoken.
You haven't.
Wait, why so fast?
Where's the
Oh, wait,
plug?
Done.
Where's the
We
plug?
haven't even done our plugs.
Where's the
What's wrong?
plug? Where's the plug?
Damn it, Calvin.
In! Yay!
With the
So yeah,
We were absent for 1 week and this happened. Everyone's rusty. I'm rusty in the technical stuff. Calvin forgets how to plug stuff.
look,
Ariq got a haircut.
so yes, you guys can find me on Instagram. KY
He's dying.
Ace27. That's KY Ace27. And then on Steam, you can find me on DiscoMonkey007. And on Twitch, you can find me on DiscoMonkey027.
There's
Yes.
a difference.
Why the difference, Calvin?
It's
I've been explaining the difference for so many episodes now.
say it again for the new viewers.
For the new viewers, Calvin, you can't exclude them.
I decided to reduce my number, to increase my number by 20. That's what happened.
Okay.
Incoherent, but okay.
Okay.
To go plug yourself
You
Yeah,
can
but
find me on Instagram as TG23399, as always. And you can find me on Steam as Deep Fried Tofu.
in. Look for an actual deep fried tofu.
And the picture is literally Deep Fried Tofu.
It's a different tofu.
So yeah, that's yeah. Have fun.
Alright,
can
so you can.
help to grind in Warframe now.
You can help to go grind in Warframe.
Yes. Although in Warframe I am popcorn Fanta, so
Make up your mind.
No, that's the Warframe account. They're separate, Kelvin.
yeah. The Warframe account is separate.
Let's not get bogged down on that.
So yeah, you can find Ariq at Ariq Andria. Alright, Ariq, now good luck saying my name.
You can find Albert at who gives a shit.
My name.
I don't know. I mean, you can find Albert. Our Instagram plug has already been written down here on the you know.
How do you know? You're not seeing it.
Because you already got a glimpse, you idiot. It's already
Because you
there.
showed us.
If they want to see, our Instagram is already written on the bottom. You can find me on Steam at W Smith, which is a throwback to episode 6.
With Smith.
And the da is with a DA.
Yeah, da, not the.
Nah.
Yeah.
And you can find me. You can find me at Wiradharma Twitter and Instagram. You can follow the Councilmen Show at Councilmen Show on Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe to the Councilmen Show so you don't miss out on Apple, everywhere else. Spotify as well, Castbox, TuneIn, everywhere else is available on podcasting. You can find the Councilmen Show. And subscribe for next episode so you don't miss out. We're going to be talking about Comic-Con stuff, talking about Comic-Con. I'll be dropping lots of trailer reaction from Comic-Con, so subscribe to my YouTube channel at JA Wiradharma. And what else are we missing? Oh, if you leave a 5-star review, we'll shout you out in the show.
Oh, shut you out! Get out!
We'll shout at you during the show.
We'll shout at you. Not give a shout out, no. We'll shout at you.
We'll shout at you.
We'll shout at you.
We should have done that, Ariq, when Jason was on the show. We should have just shouted at him.
We shout at him. Oh, what are you commenting on? Don't like a joke.
So, alright.
So, with
Kelvin?
And with that,
the Councilman has
Spoken.
spoken.